Viewers, welcome to another edition of the latest news of war. So, viewers, according to the latest news, is that Ethiopia, a strategic city on the outskirts of the capital, close to falling into the hands of the Tigray front. The city of Debrecen is close to falling after the advance of the Allied forces on four eggs. She added that in the fifth front heading west, Tigray forces will soon meet with the largest front of the Oromo Liberation Front forces stationed in the west of the capital Addis Ababa. Debrecen is only 130 km away from the capital Addis Ababa. The number of allied groups against Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed reached 9, all aimed at stopping Abiy Ahmed, who in several messages on social media called on civilians to take up arms and go out to fight. Ethiopia is expressing political turmoil as fighting broke out a year ago between the Tigray People Liberation Front, which used to dominate political life in Ethiopia, and the forces of the federal government. The front accuses the government of monopolizing power at the expense of the Ethiopian regions, while the government accuses the front of seeking to restore its hegemony over the country. Anyways, Abiy Ahmed says that he will leave the place and go to the battlefield to take up arms from today. He has two options if he does not want to escape outside Ethiopia. Number one, going to Gojam because they are the biggest supporter of him. Number two, fleeing to the eastern base in Afar because of the presence of combat and drone aircraft and the largest number of Ethiopian army members. Anyways, according to the sources, Ethiopia battles are approaching the capital and Abiy Ahmed, I will join my soldiers on the front. The Tigray Liberation Front continues to advance towards Addis Ababa, indicating that it has taken control of the town of Shivarobit, located about 220 km from capital Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced that he will go to the front today, Tuesday, to lead his soldiers who are fighting the forces of the Tigray People Liberation Front. At a time when the battles are getting closer and closer to the capital Addis Ababa. I will go to the front to lead our armed forces, Abiy Ahmed said in a statement. Addressing his people, he added, those who want to be Ethiopians for whom history will open its arms defend the country today. They met us at the front. In another tweet, we have a history of preserving the name Ethiopia. The war that erupted on November 4, 2020 in the Tigray region in the north between the federal forces and the Tigray People Liberation Front backed by the Oromo Liberation Army resulted in the killing of thousands and the displacement of more than 2 million people. The Prime Minister's statement came at a time when the Tigray People Liberation Front confirmed its continued advance towards Addis Ababa, noting that it had taken control of the town of Shivarobit, located about 220 km from the capital. The Prime Minister issued his statement following a meeting on the current military station held by the Executive Committee of the ruling Prosperity Party. At the consolation of the party meeting, Defense Minister Abraham Pillay announced that the security forces would engage in a different businesses without further details. We cannot continue like this, which means that there will be change, the minister said. He added, what happened and what is happening to our people, to atrocities committed by this destructive terrorist and bandit group cannot continue. On November 2, the federal government declared a state of emergency for 6 months in all parts of the country and called on the residents of Addis Ababa to organize their ranks and prepare to defend their city. In light of the growing fears of the progress of the Tigray People Liberation Front fighters and their allies towards the capital. At the same time, however, the authorities assert that the Tigray Liberation Front declaration of military progress and an imminent threat to Addis Ababa are exaggerated. Anyways, I already informed you that situation with Debre Birhan, situation with Debrecen is clouded by the fog of war and may be different by morning very heavy fighting in the area. Very heavy clashes today and tonight on the road to Debrecen with the Tigray Defense Force and Oromo Liberation Army, making it as far as Armenia. Many airstrikes take place on the road from Shivarobit by jets and especially drones. And where Turkey has urged citizens to leave Ethiopia as soon as possible, Turkey has ordered its citizens to leave Ethiopia because Ethiopia has faced unreliable security changes. Turkish embassy in Addis Ababa has ordered our citizens living in Ethiopia to leave Ethiopia a couple of plane flights. So this is the latest update about it. For more latest report, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.